God, I need Cara here to tell me because I'm muted. As I said, I've been watching Encounters, and I played the part of Elaine, and this is me. And so I decided to go back to being Elaine again so I can get ready to playing the part. And that is one of my biggest goals. It's one of the things. But the other thing is I'm spitting image of my mum. The spitting image of my mum. It's so weird. And one of the things I'm doing here is because my mum had such an unhappy life, she never got to do anything. And I'm living all my dreams all at the same time here. I'm living on TV. I decided this would be a really good way to give mum the opportunity to have fun and live through me. And so that's one of the reasons as well. So it's weird. It's weird. You don't want to look like your mum, and as you get older, you actually do look like your mum. But it's a blessing. My mum, yeah, it's a blessing to give her the opportunity to enjoy everything that she missed out on. Anyway, welcome to life coaching. So we're going to start with a little video. And yes, this is me as well. They're all me. And this was done a few years ago, but just to give you a little introduction into what we're going to be doing here on the life coaching show. I want you to think about a dream that you want to achieve. You need to think about a dream that you want to achieve. Right? And then we've got life coaching, the tree grow model, for God's sake, can't talk. The tree. Sound like Bob Roberta. Oh my God. The tea grow model. Okay. Okay, let's watch this.
Hello there. Welcome back to Life Coaching with Lauren, and achieving your dream life, as we explained before, it's what's important to you. Now we had an introduction, we talked about life coaching, what it is and what counselling is and what mentoring is and how you can try to work together. Today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how it's changed my life. 10 years ago, I trained as a life coach. And since then, I have been working with incredible, inspirational people from all over the world on Skype and over the phone, helping me to create my dreams and helping me to create a realistic dream. So initially, we have this passion. So my passion was to have this theatre company called Moving On Theatre. That's the big dream. You start off with this massive dream where I want to be performing everywhere, singing, acting, doing what I love. Now that can't be created in a day, not usually. So what we do with life coaching is we learn how to achieve it by being very realistic and having the steps to get there. And for that, we use a model. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about the T-Grow model. Don't always think that you have to use this all the time because we're all different. But today I'm just going to give you a general idea of what the T-Grow model is. T is the topic or the dream. So like I say, you have this big dream. You may want to retire and have a villa in Spain. Okay, so that's your big dream. You may want to pass your driving test. That's your big dream. You get the gist. The topic is the big dream. The second is the G, which is the goal. Your goal is what I would like you to go away with at the end of the session. So, for example, you've got half an hour session. I say to you, what would you like to achieve by the end of this session that is bringing you closer to achieving that villa in Spain, that giving up smoking, that being, having an easier relationship with your children, whatever. And that's what you say. You say, well, by the end of this session, I would like to achieve more understanding about properties in Spain, for example. That is up to you. That's your goal for the session. You have half an hour. And we don't always set that. It's not always cut in stone. Again, it depends on the person, but it's nice to know that we have some kind of structure. The next thing we have is the reality and the resources, okay? And that is when I ask you, what support system have you got? Have you got people supporting you? So say you want to move to Spain. Have you got people you can talk to about? Is your husband or your partner or your children, are they supporting you with moving to Spain and buying a villa? What about money? This is all about pulling in your resources and your reality, okay? Because as I said to you, it's all about being grounded in reality, okay? So then we move on to options, and we make a list of all the different ways that we can find out how we're going to achieve this goal. And that's the fun bit, because your mind starts to open up. And it's like brainstorming. You get out a piece of paper and you're writing down, oh, I'd love to move, and I'd like to move maybe in a year, or I can get money from here, or whatever. It doesn't matter. You're writing and writing, and it's all coming out, and your mind's opening up, okay? And then you've got the W, which is your willingness. And this, to me, is the most important part of the session, because you're committing to yourself and to your life coach what you're going to do by the next session. And you can make a list and say, well, I'm going to do these 5 actions or 3 actions. 1, I'm going to go on the internet and I'm going to check out villas in Spain. It doesn't matter. You come up with the actions, and the willingness is there on paper. And your life coach will say to you, okay then, Lauren, or okay, whoever it is we're coaching, okay, so you're going to go on the internet when? And you give a date, a time, and that's your commitment to your life coach, okay? And that's when you come back for the next session with that life coach, they will make you accountable for that and ask you if you did it. If you did it, that's brilliant. They will look at that. If you didn't do it, that's no problem at all, because you're working towards this, okay? You're willing to do it, and that's a big thing. And that's the Tigro model. Now on the other side, interestingly enough, the right side of the brain, I don't know why I did that, but also because the right side of the brain is the creative. Because everyone is different, when you do your intake session or your assessment with your coach, they may decide to work differently because their intuition will kick in. And once they start to get to know you, they may think, well, actually, Lauren doesn't work very well with structure. How about we just see what happens? So we say, okay, your dream is, boom, I want to win the lottery. Fine, there's your dream. Okay, but maybe we don't set a goal for the session. We just explore, okay? And that, again, will work beautifully. And I can promise you that when the coach says to you after the end of your session, have you achieved what you wanted? Are you any closer to your goal? They will say yes, because somehow their mind will have opened up a little bit and they will be closer to their goal. So that's it. So today we've discussed the Tigro model, and we've also discussed intuition and create a creative way of coaching, which is more right-sided. And interestingly enough, I did actually do that, and that I didn't plan to, but it happened. And in the next session, when I come back again, in the next episode, we will be actually watching life coaching session. But before I go, I just need to say one thing. Life coaching is about passion. If you don't have any passion, then you can't achieve your dreams. If you have passion, it's more important than money and support. It's more important than anything. Believe me, because I started with nothing and I still don't have a lot of money, but I'm running my own TV station. When you are passionate and you believe in your heart that that's what you want, you can achieve anything. So I would recommend you get this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's a wonderful book, and it's basically written by an amazing guy that talks about passion and persistence and focus. Because without passion, persistence and focus, you cannot achieve your dreams. There'll always be a comfort zone that you'll be stuck in, or there'll always be, I had to do this, I had to do that. Your life coach will always make you accountable for being there at least once a week or once every 2 weeks to do the session with them, because you won't move on if you don't do that. It's not about money. It's not always about money. It's about your passion, your commitment, your focus, your tenacity, which is much more important, believe me. Coming from someone who runs Moving On Theatre and now has started a TV station, passion is everything. It will get you out of bed in the morning. And I'll leave you with another little thought. The past is history. The future a mystery. The present is a gift. We unwrap it with glee. So that's what life coaching is. It's focusing in the present. Focusing in the present. That's what it is. We let go of the past. We don't worry about the future. It'll take care of itself. We're in this moment. And I hope you're in this moment with me with a lot of passion. I look forward to speaking to you in the next episode, where we will be coaching someone in front of you and showing you an intake session. Thank you.
Muted! Where's Cara? Lauren, keep checking that you're not muted. Right, and so now we've got the introduction to life coaching. Okay? Introduction to life coaching.
Hello there, my name is Lauren and welcome to Life Coaching. So, what is life coaching? I've decided to do this series of episodes here for you because I know there's a lot of people that don't know what life coaching is. You know, it seems like a very bombastic name that superstars and celebrities and, you know, people like that usually use a life coach. But guess what? I've been using life coaching now for so long, and I've been trained as a life coach for 10 years. And I'm so happy to say that it really does change your life. It really does help you live in reality. It helps you to have that big dream, that passion that you need to create it. But it also helps you to create the steps that lead to you achieving that dream. So that's why I decided to do a series of coaching sessions here with you, and also to explain to you what life coaching is and what it isn't. So in this series, we're going to learn about what coaching is. As I said, it's not counseling, it's not mentoring, it's life coaching. And a lot of people, again, don't seem to understand the difference. So we're going to look at that. We're going to look at the differences between those three different things: life coaching, counseling, and mentoring. We're going to look at who can have coaching and who is it advisable not to offer coaching to. We're going to look at how to set a model, which we call the T-Grow model, and how to achieve your dreams by using it. And then we're going to look at intuitive life coaching, because we're all different and different people maybe need life coaching for different things. We're going to look at all the different ways in life that you can use life coaching, like parenting, to become a better parent, so to speak. You're going to look at how to do your job better, how to heal your body, your mind, your spirit, anything really, how to achieve your dreams, which could be giving up smoking, losing weight, timekeeping or time management, anything that's important to you. That's what we're going to look at. And then we're going to have a series of live life coaching, where people are going to come into the studio and I'm going to coach them in front of you. And you're going to watch the process of how their mind starts to open up and they start thinking in a different way, in a more positive way, and how they can change their lives for the better. So that's it. Thank you.
I'm just trying to find a picture of my mum to put on, so you can see I'm spitting image of her. But anyway, coming back to life coaching and what it is and what it isn't. I'm trying to download a session of life coaching. The problem is the sound is not very good on here. It was done with Helen Greenway, I think. Let me just check. It was outside, but you can get the gist of the matter of how we work as life coaches. We're not counselors, and the T-Grow model is basically all about moving you forward. There it is. Episode 4. I don't know what happened to episode 3. There should be an episode 3, but it's not on here. But yeah, let's try and watch it.
Welcome to life coaching. Now, in the last couple of weeks, we've been doing life coaching. We've done a lot of theory. We've spoken about the T-Grow model and the different ways of using it in order to achieve our goals. We've spoken about who can have life coaching and who is advisable not to have life coaching. And we spoke about the Kaizen method, which is a wonderful way of setting tiny goals and eventually achieving your dream. So today we get to see a practical session. You get to see how life coaching works. So I've got Helen here, who's building a business and has got a passion, and her passion is to create a holistic kind of center where children can have everything, where they can have music, they can have healthy environment, they can have healthy food, nutrition, everything. So everything is all focused in one center. So we looked at that last week. That is the passion, the big dream. And then we looked at bite-sized goals of how to actually help Helen create this center. Now remember, we talked about intuitive coaching as well as the T-Grow model. So I thought with Helen it was a combination of things, using intuition and also keeping the goals very realistic and very Kaizen in order to get the commitment and to build it up, because it is such a massive dream. So how did you get on this week, Helen?
Well, I did a couple of the things, because we talked about last time doing visualizations of the actual dream, passion, and I had set myself a goal of doing some research, and I'd managed to do, I would say, probably about half an hour of research. Not as much as I said I would do, but I definitely started.
Great.
And I've thought a lot about the previous research I've done in the past this week, so it's been on the mind.
Fantastic. Do you want to remind us what your actual actions were for the week?
So my actions were to do research on my past sustainable communities and centres that are around the world, and probably more specifically in Europe, and centres which are working with nutrition, children, yoga, maybe art therapy and music, and research them.
And the second was to
visit
So
the actual
you've
place.
done your actions for the week. Okay, you've got a half an hour session now, and everything we do is to move you close to your goal. So I don't know if you remember last time, we looked at different options of different things that you could do. So how would you like to use 30 minutes? Because I also asked you on a scale of 1 to 10, how passionate or how close were you going to be able to do this? And you're an 8.
Yes.
Remember? So how is it growing? Is it becoming to 2 or 10 now?
I think it is. I think it is actually, because I've seen
For a minute.
a few more potential, which
let's stop that for a minute and have a look at what Helen was saying. Okay? So what we look at is on a scale of 1 to 10, how determined are you? I'm going to turn this down. On a scale of 1 to 10, how determined are you to achieve your goal? Okay? On a scale of 1 to 10. And she said she was probably on about a 7 or an 8. Okay? So that's quite good. But the job of the life coach is to try and get you further up into a 10. So we're going to look at what is it that stops you. I'm going to take this off. What stops you from getting to a 10? Okay? What would stop you from getting to a 10? So why are you still on an 8 or a 7 or a 5? Why can't you be on a 10? Okay? So let's have a look at some excuses or reasons. So for example, you do your session with the life coach, and then you come back and the life coach says to you, well, on a scale of 1 to 10, say you were on a 6 last week, where are you this week? This week I'm on a 4. Okay, what happened? How did you go back? Because you could go back. People go backwards and forwards. So why are you on the 4? What happened? Well, I don't know. I'm not sure I really want to achieve this. I'm busy. I haven't got time. That is why you don't move on, because you've got to have your focus. Focus, 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 focus. Your goals are going to be really achievable and they've got to be focused. So I'm going to look at the goals that I looked at last week. Now, one of them was to cast encounters. That was 2 weeks ago, actually. To cast encounters, the musical that I love. Okay, I want to cast encounters. That is my dream. To cast encounters, to bring on a new cast. And so that was the goal I set 2 weeks. And since then, I've cast Amy. So I moved on 1 notch, and I cast Elaine, because that's me. Looking like that, unless I can find someone who can do the singing and the hysterics. She's got to be able to do the hysterics, and God knows I can do the hysterics. And the panic and everything that I want from that character, then I will be playing Elaine. I'm not that crazy about touring and, performing. But, when we get back to that, apart from Piaf and Maria Callas, but I've decided that until I find an Elaine, I'm playing Elaine, unless I decide to hand it over to someone who I feel is more suitable for the part. So I've cast Elaine, that's me, and I've cast Amy. I've cast 2 more characters in 2 weeks. That's huge. That's huge. Morgan Parry's going to be playing Amy, and you watched her on the Zoom. She's beautiful, and she does it really well. And if you haven't watched it, then here it is. Just very quickly. This is very slow. Very, very slow. At the moment, I'm syncing the whole of Encounters, because last time I showed it to you on Wednesday, it was completely out of sync, the sound, so I'm syncing it back. So I think this is it. No, that's not it. That's Vlad. There we go. Okay, so you can watch. You see, I set out a goal, okay, and I cast
Hey guys, welcome to Encounters. This is our Zoom meeting.
I'm just
Every
showing you,
Wednesday,
when you have a goal, this is what
we
you've
do
got to do.
encounters,
You've got to set that goal,
fun
you go
workshops
then you go do
on
it.
acting, maybe a little bit
To
of
the best of
singing,
your
but we
ability,
do
and
have
that's what
fun
I'm doing.
and to take people's mind off everything that's going on, but to carry on building and growing the new musical, Encounters, that I've written. And so join us, have some fun and enjoy what we're doing.
I want to teach you to go out and achieve your goals the same way as I do. Okay? And so I'm showing you that in 2 weeks, I more or less cast another 2 characters.
And also show you a new musical in the making. There's moviebontv1@gmail.com if you want the Zoom link. Take care and hope to see you at some point at the workshop and hopefully soon in a theatre or rehearsal studio. We'll explain a little bit. Hi guys, welcome to Encounters. And this is our Zoom, exciting Zoom for tonight. Today is the 13th of January. And it's really good to be here. We've got more kids. We've got another female, and I'm really excited about that. To have another female. And Emma sounded.
That's all I wanted to show you. Is I set my goal to cast Encounters 2 weeks ago, and we did the life coaching, didn't we? To cast Encounters, right? If you come on here, you're going to learn how to achieve your dreams. And my dream is to put out Encounters again, the new revamped musical for everyone. Okay? So that's how you achieve your goals. You set your goals to get Encounters, right? In another 2 weeks, if I'm working with a coach, I'm going to say, but in another 2 weeks, my goal will be in another 2 weeks. What do I want to do in another 2 weeks with Encounters? Let me see. Well, I'd like to cast Sharon. I'd like to cast the part of Sharon, okay? So this would be my goal, to go out and to find someone to play the part of Sharon. Now we have Sam, but Sam is working non-stop. But if I can bring in the money to pay her, the chances are she'll come back. So I have to find £50, well, probably less on, let's say on Zoom, £25 for her to come on for say 2 hours, well 1 hour, for 1 hour Zooming, 1 hour Zoom, because she's brilliant, not Zoom. So I have to come up with £25 a week to pay Sam to come on Zoom for 1 hour or an hour and a half to do the part of Sharon, because she's brilliant. We already auditioned her. The other person I've got in mind is Claire Bucket. Now Claire is the original Sam. Sorry, the original Sam. The original Sharon. You see, this is my passion. My passion. And as I don't know if you remember, but this is Claire. Claire is, I'm now doing the scenes from Encounters to put on, but this is Claire Bucket. She was in the, she came to one of our workshops, and the chances are she might come back if I ask her nicely. Okay, so this is Claire. I'll show you. So my plan is to cast Sharon. So let's have a look at my options, because this is how I want you to work. What is your goal to do in 2 weeks? And then we look at our options, okay? It's very, very slow, so it's very difficult for me to do anything. So I can do it. It's not opening. and we've crashed. Right. Okay, so this to find a Sharon, okay? To cast Sharon in encounters is the goal. Okay? So my options are, I'm going to contact Sam and offer her £25 per Zoom, right? I'm going to figure out how I'm going to get that money. That's why I'm starting Patreon, because if I can get 25 people on there paying £1, I've got my £25 a week to pay Sam to come on for an hour and a half. You see what I mean? Because she's a professional. So we look at the T-Grow model. Okay, here's how it's going to work. The T-Grow, how is it going to work here? Let's have a look. Okay, so my dream, my goal is to cast the part of Sharon. Okay, what is your goal? Your goal might be to get a hypnotherapy session or to get a coach to do a hypnotherapy session. And all these things could be done on Zoom. So we can still do them. Your dream might be, I don't know what your dream is. You know, we all have different dreams. I'm trying to open this so I can show you Claire as Sharon. She knows the part. The part has been revamped, but it would be really exciting to get her back, because she's brilliant and she knows the part inside and out because she already played it. So in a way, if I'm going to play Elaine at the moment, yeah, I would play Elaine. I'm not sure because I'm not sure I want to. I'm directing it. But then I've done Piaf and Maria and I've directed, so this isn't working, so I can't get the videos at the moment. Can't do it at the moment. So, as I said to you, let's have a look at the T-Grow, the topic. The topic is encounters for me. The topic is to put it on everywhere. So it's the musical that ends the stigma of mental health, shows you that BPD is a label, yada, yada, yada. And I get out there with this brilliant revamped musical everywhere because it's my passion and it's my dream. The goal, okay, so the topic, let's put this down. Topic is the big dream. Okay, so encounters is touring everywhere. Okay, that's the big dream, that's the topic. Touring everywhere, right? What's your big dream? Your big dream may, I want a car, I want to go on a holiday, it doesn't matter. What is your dream? First of all, find your dream. Find your dream. That's the first thing you need to do is find your dream. So my topic on the T-Grow model, God, you're getting this for free, guys. This, people would charge about 100 quid a session. Everything, you get everything on Moving On TV because I love it and I love what I do. And I want you to learn as well. And I want you to come on here and I want us to work together. So, your topic, what is your big dream? Think about it. What is your big dream? What do you want to do? I want to cast encounters and I want it touring everywhere. This musical that I love, that I've written, which is my passion. I want to put it back on the stage and I want to get rid of the stigma of BPD, showing you that BPD is just a label and everyone is walking around with this label. Okay? That is my big dream. And if I feel inclined then to play the part of Elaine, Martin's playing the part of Sam, Vlad is playing the part of Nick. Luke is playing the part of Jim. Morgan is playing the part of Amy. And Manuel's playing the part of Mike. And I need a Sharon and a Vince to complement my main characters. Okay, I'm directing it. And that's why there's more chance I will direct it. Hi, Cara. How are you, gorgeous? I look like my mum today. Have you been watching Encounters? The reason I'm looking like this is I'll show you Elaine. This is me in 1995. So I've decided to get back into the character and get used to being her again because I'm likely to be playing her again. I hope you're enjoying what I'm putting on. I'm just going to show you because I've just done half a minute, one of the main ballads. I've just edited it. I want to show you. And this is what I'm saying. The topic is your big dream. And that's why I'm putting it out there all the time. Encounters, because it's what I love. It's my passion to get this out there touring with all these incredible performers and paying them, paying us, all getting paid. Okay, I'm going to show you half a minute, Cara. This is me. See if you can see. I mean, this is 95, okay? This is me when it comes on. Okay, well, do your best to watch on and off. Having terrible problems at the moment getting anything to work. We keep crashing. We keep crashing all the time. Okay, we're still on here anyway. Okay, so you need, Cara, what is your topic? The big dream. I'm showing you how to work the T-Grow model. The topic, the big dream. What is your big dream? Then you have your goal. And so 2 weeks ago, I set out to cast 2 characters to cast Encounters. And I achieved that. I've now got an Amy. I've got everyone except Sharon and Vince and the chorus and understudies. I've even got a choreographer. I've got everything. And the way I did that is by setting T-Grow, yes? But we've crashed, so I can't. The T-Grow topic, goal, reality. What is the reality? Reality is perfectly right. The goal is SMART. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-scaled. Yeah, I can easily go out and find people. I'm setting, especially if I can pay people. If I can get the money to pay people. Cara, you want to be a spiritual practitioner. Fantastic. Okay, so what is your goal? What is the goal? The goal is, like with me, I decided I was going to cast in 2 weeks, and I got 2 characters. The big dream is to tour everywhere. The goal was to cast 2 characters. So to become a spiritual practitioner, what could be your goal, your achievable goal? Okay, that's what you need. It's got to be realistic. And then you set out your options, all right? You set out your options. Because T-Grow, reality, options, and willingness, okay? T-Grow. Right, T-Grow. The T-Grow is topic, which is the big dream. Goal, which is you'll set that for the session or for a few weeks. Your reality, is it realistic? Okay. your options of brain, you basically brainstorm, and then you set some willingness, which are actions. Actions. And that's how you achieve your dreams. That is how you achieve your dreams. Your topic, your goal, your reality, your options, which is a brainstorm, and then your actions. And that's it. So the topic for me is to get encounters touring everywhere. The goal is to cast it first, yeah? I need another two. I need Sharon and Vince, and then I got my main characters. The option is you do a brainstorm. Okay, then, how can I cast encounters? So I'm bombarding you now with encounters. And this is half a minute. One of the this is me, Elaine, and I am looking to cast Sharon. This is Sharon. This is who I want to cast, Sharon.
He asked about me. Oh, Elaine, I don't want to talk about this. It just seems stress. I know you're absolutely right. Of course I didn't know. Why should I get it down? But how would we? You can do this a bit tired. I don't need to relate. I signed on to 4 years ago. Don't you remember? They had better fish to fry then. You've got to get a grip on it. I know, I must be crazy. Oh, but you would tell me, wouldn't you? Oh, don't be ridiculous. I don't know. I thought it was over all that nonsense. Well, I think it's that long Elaine. Somebody who lives here still loves you. No way. That man really destroyed me. Nothing you can ever say or do will make me forgive him. The way he treated me as if I didn't exist anymore. How could he have done it, eh? Okay, just forget about it. I'm going to film again. It was like time had gone backwards and we were sitting there together the way we used to, cuddling or watching the sunset together. Oh, it was really, really... I never really got loving, did you? Maybe not. But you would never know. Sharon, you've got to promise me, that is, if he wants to see me, you've got to tell him I'm not interested, tell him anything. Tell him I met someone straight away, or that I didn't even love him. I don't care what you're thinking, but just keep him away from me, please. That's what you want, is it? Well, that's what I'm telling you. Between you and me, if I really believe that he wants to make a garden again, I think he does alone. There's no genuine reason for it. That man has been haunting me for 4 years now. I don't think I'll ever get him out of my heart. And if I felt that I trust him again, I feel his face time. I close my eyes and every night I want him in my dreams, but he's not there. And when I look into my soul, I feel an empty space inside.
Sharon? I got to pass Sharon. I think there's still Sharon there. So how do we achieve our dreams with the tea grower model? Just like that. In 1993, I wrote a musical. I just met my husband-to-be, and I was exercising a very painful experience that happened with me 25, more than that, obviously, 28 years ago, 29 years ago, with a guy called Bob. All exercise through a whole musical. I created the characters in the car driving, and my husband was driving us. I'm writing the musical. It's going to be called Encounters. It's going to be based on people and relationships and people coming together. And I'm going to do a scenario of what if he came back? How would she cope? How would he cope? And that's how it all started. It was kind of like a fantasy. So Bob Pallant, if you're out there, a whole musical was based on you. I'm not kidding you. Bob Pallant, if you're watching Moving on TV, a whole musical was based on you. Can you believe it? And then I created Sharon, and then decided to look at Sharon as me. Elaine and Sharon are Lauren, different sides of the coin. And I decided to look at the situation that happened with this character, Bob, except he was called Paul in the musical. As I say, 25 years ago, there's Elaine, Sharon, Paul, Sam. Sam is the guy that takes his clothes off wherever you go. And that was, I said to Martin, look, he's really funny. I'm going to create a Sam for Martin. I needed justice to it. I mean, he is so funny. He's funny. Martin is funny. I'm going to show you a little bit of Martin in action from Encounters. I created the character of Sam for my husband-to-be. That's what we do. We live it. So Elaine and Sharon were me, different sides of the coin. The character of Sam was created because Martin is very funny. And so I decided to create it for him. And I will show you. And then my friend Simon came along, and he played Martin Nick that's going in the army, Simon Braidman. And we couldn't cast Mike. And one day this guy rang up, and he was like this deep voice, never met him before. Oh, I'd like to audition for the part of Mike. And he turned up, and that was it. I couldn't get rid of him after that. And that was Rohan. And he became a really good friend, and him and Debbie, and he's got 2 sons since then. And, you know, and they're in their teens now. And then in the neighborhood, we had the coffee pot. The coffee pot was the group that we used to go around in. That's where I got my chorus, Imran and Caroline and Carol Pook. Karen Pook. I advertised on a piece of paper, and I went out and I got my chorus. Then I found Alexis, and she directed it. I didn't direct it. I played Elaine. And who else did we? And then we just cast people. Claire. Okay, of course. Claire Bucket, Sharon, and Anne Costello did Penny, and she choreographed. We were doing shows at the Compass Theatre at that point. Yeah. We were doing shows at the Compass Theatre, and there were all these great performers. So at the end of the show, I said to them, I've written a new musical. Do you want to be in it? And that's how I cast Claire Bucket as Sharon and Anne Costello. Now, when I was 13 years old, I had a goal to cast the musical Cinderella, my style, with my accordion and writing all new songs for it. I couldn't talk to anyone, but my goal was to do it. So somehow I got the confidence, and I went around the school and I taught them the songs, and I auditioned, and that's how I cast Cinderella. When you have a passion, when you have a goal, and that's how I've worked. So I'm going to show you a little bit of Encounters, what we did in 1995. From pure passion and focus, this is what I synced it. It's a little bit better. we get a theatre to agree that you sell the tickets, they get paid, and we sold it out. Simon Braveman sold it out, Nick. But the neighborhoods were in it. You know, I just got people into it and we sold it out. The same with The Sound of Music. I'm going to try and put our version on when I can find the video. And that's what I do. I set my goal, and it doesn't involve money. It involves passion. And I really wanted to put encounters on. This is what we did. I want to show you who was in it. I just get on with it. And now I've wanted to have my TV station. I just get on with it. And you can do the same. And some of you are going to be more successful. You're going to earn money quicker than I am. And that's why I'm looking at Patreon, Cara, because everyone can afford between £1 and £5 a month. And if you guys pay me £1 to £5 a month, I will have a salary. And then I can pay my actors, and then I can develop everything. We can develop. We can do encounters on moving on TV before we get it on the stage. We can do scenes from it. We can develop it the way we are in the Zooms. So please join my Patreon and contribute between £1 and £5 a month. Everybody can afford that. Isn't that right, Cara? Between £1 and £5 a month, or if you want to give more, you're welcome to give more. But I have to earn a living, so that's why I'm joining Patreon. So the goal is to get this musical out there and to earn a living. And so Patreon is a good option. These are all options. Of course they can. Thank you, Cara. Everyone, all the Patriots, if you want me to put, I can't, do you know what? I can't sort out that second part of the interview with Elaine. I'll have to do another one with her. It's blank. The Zoom is blank as well. I don't know what happened, Cara. It's really strange, but I can't find the second part of the interview. So I'll have to do another one with her. I'm really sorry about that. But what I'm going to do them for specific people that join Patreon. They're going to get the next Charlie. Well, Charlie's going to put his on anyway. But you're going to get exclusives, okay? Exclusives with the cast behind the scenes. Because that way, if you pay between £1 and £5 a month or whatever you can afford, I imagine if all my supporters, I've got 1,000 subscribers, I've got 800 friends on Facebook, if all of you paid, I would be making a living. So I'm going on Patreon. Yeah, I can't find it. It's really weird. It's disappeared. Really strange. Anyway, this thing is stuck. Why is it stuck? Oh no, this is the overture. It's the overture. So I just want you to see what I did in 1995 without any money at all, nothing. An agreement with the theatre and a lot of amazing people that came on board Encounters the Musical. This is the general idea. This is what I do. And so can you.
What do you think? Oh, good, Darren, whatever you say. There's give us a dinner tonic. I'm joking. I'm one man now.
Welcome to Encounters. It's a place to be. Have a laugh with Santa Joe. Have a drink on me. Welcome to Encounters. The girls are all around. We're here to meet every weekend. And round. You can sing or have a chat. Or dance is what you like. Even as I'm lucky, and find yourself a wife. Never leave it on. It's never a loving thing is on. Welcome to Encounters, best place in the world. Lots of fun and fun here, a cat for every girl. If you want to be you want to have a smile. It's your place that you can be and enjoy it for a while. Never
I showing you this? Because I'm telling you, when you have a dream, you go out and you make it happen. And things come together. People come from all over and they join. There was no money. I had an agreement with the Compass Theatre around the corner, and they basically gave me the theatre. We used to rehearse in the garden. We rehearsed in parks. We just got on with it. And Paul Lightning came on board and he took my music and he created these beautiful backing tracks. Everything fell into place. It was like magic, like magic. I'm just saying, it was a lot easier 25 years ago to go out and create a musical. Nowadays, it doesn't happen as easily, I've noticed. But for the last year, the guys have been coming on board and we're solid. We're a family. And they're going to welcome me back as Elaine only once I've directed them and I've got them to such a level that I can come back as Elaine, because I'm not going to go on that, do a character while I'm directing. I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm going to make sure that they are already a family and we love each other. Vlad and Luke and Emmanuel, as you saw on New Year's Eve. Do I need to remind you? This is what you do. You bring your family, you bring people in, you become a family. You be real family. And that's what and then it's a lot easier to manifest your dreams. But in those days, it was easier because I was already involved with groups. We were singing and performing. I just needed to basically ask them to come on board the next show. And that's how I did The Sound of Music as well. Of course, Rohan was in it, Martin, luckily all these talented people. But this is my family. This is my family now. They were there New Year's Eve. And we had the most fun in the world, as you know. We're close and we're building it together. And now we've brought Morgan into our fold. And anyone who comes on to Moving on TV, Moving on Theatre, which is joined now, gets the love and the compassion. We work as a family. I can't work any other way. And of course, this is New Year's Eve. These are the people that are we work together now all the time with Vlad and Emmanuel. And we had so much fun. Why are you not playing as like you used to be doing the MD? Another dream which manifested in front of me was, okay, guys, I wanted to do Baby It's Cold Outside for New Year's Eve, and I made it happen. I'm going to sit in the middle. Another dream, another goal just manifested before me. And then just hello everyone. It just happened. And we did Baby It's Cold Outside. For us to go live. I'll leave that to move on a little bit. I decided I wanted to do Baby It's Cold Outside for New Year's Eve, and I hadn't got a clue. I knew that I needed a male singer, and I wanted to have fun New Year's Eve, and it manifested. In spite of the lockdown, it manifested, thank God. So as I'm saying to you, you set your goal out there, you set your topic, and you achieve. You can achieve anything, guys, as long as it's smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-scaled. And all the goals that I am setting are. They are. This is totally realistic. Even in lockdown, this was totally realistic. They were able to do this. We were able to do this. And at the moment, our goals are really confined to Zooming and creating things on camera and putting them on for you. But I'm continuously doing that, growing and growing, Moving on TV, and growing BitChute. And now I'm going on to Patreon because I have to start to earn money. So my goal, these goals, the topic is to bring in a living. So the topic would be to earn £500 a month £500 a month. I've got to bring in a living. I'm not earning anything, right? So the topic is to earn £500 a month, okay? And the goal is to invite you all onto Patreon. So the goal is to get the patrons, to get the patrons. How am I going to get the patrons, right? That's my goal. And so I've already asked Cara, guys, surely you will pay between £1 and £5 to join Moving On TV, or even £10 a month. It's up to you. Obviously, the more people pay, the less patrons I need. But let's face it, say if I want to make £500 and everyone pays £1, that's 500 patrons, isn't it? So that's what I would look at. So for £1, £1 a month, everyone, I need 500 patrons, don't I? Okay, and if everyone pays £5 a month, if everyone pays £5 a month, then all I need in order to get my goal is 100 patrons. True? Yeah, 100 patrons. If people give donations, it could happen quicker. Do you understand where I'm coming from, guys? You see? I need 500 patrons if you pay £1. If you pay £5, I only need 100 patrons, and that's what you do. You break it down. Anyway, let's watch Baby It's Cold Outside.
Next time.
Can you see if it's on your face? It's not on yet. So what do you do? What's your goal? Is it realistic to have 500 patrons on Patreon? Well, I've got 1,600 subscribers on YouTube. I've got 800 friends on Facebook, and I've got, I don't know, I've got about 400 emails on my MailChimp. So yes, totally realistic, isn't it? 1,600 subscribers on YouTube, 800 friends on Facebook. So why can't I get 500 patrons? Of course I can. If I'm asking you guys to pay £1, surely people that are supporting Moving On TV will pay £1 a month. Come on, £1. But if I've got 1,600, 800, that's two, well, most of you are the same people. So say I take say 1,000 people all together. You're the same people, right? So say I've got 1,000 supporters now, yeah? 1,000 supporters. If everyone pays me £1, I've got £1,000 a month. I'm earning a salary. Do you get it? So that's my goal. My goal is to earn at 500. We'll keep it at 500 at the month. I mean, I'm not earning anything. Let's bring it down to 250 a month. I'm not earning anything, okay? Bring it down to 250 a month. I'm not earning anything. Through Patreon, people are earning thousands and thousands and thousands by putting tarot readings. Why can't I? Will you pay £5 a month for your own personal tarot reading? That's a good question. Okay, here's an option. Will you pay £5 a month to get your own sign, not personal, but sign reading? So everyone who's got the same sign will get that reading. Would you pay that every week? Every week. That stupid thing's gone.
My webcam's gone. Oh, stupid webcam's gone. Sorry, guys. Oh, it keeps going.
I really can't stay.
It's cold outside.
I gotta go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This cold evening has been
Dropped in.
so very nice.
Oh, your hands, they just like ice.
My mother will start to worry. My father will be pacing the floor. So really I better scurry.
Please don't
And maybe
hurry.
just a cigarette more.
I'll put some records on.
The neighbors might think,
Baby, it's bad out there.
what's in the drink?
No cats to be had out
I
there.
wish I could have
Your eyes are
to break the spell.
What's in your hat? Your hair looks. I thank
Say
you.
no, no.
Mind if
I really must try.
Wait on
I really must go.
outside.
But baby, it's cold outside. Ah, you're very pushy, you know.
I like to thinking of it. It's opportunistic. Yes.
I simply must go.
Baby, it's cold outside.
The answer is no.
It's cold outside.
Welcome has been
Lucky that you
so nice and warm. My sister will be suspicious. My brother will be there at the door. My maiden at night is vicious. Oh, maybe just a cigarette more. Let's go.
I've got
no words. Say, lend me a coat. But don't you see?
How can you do this thing to me?